Imagine a scenario where Sae Itoshi, renowned for his exceptional tactical acumen and lethal finishing ability, chooses to join the Blue Lock program at its very inception. This alternate timeline would send shockwaves through every facet of the facility, from shifting team hierarchies to redefining strategic philosophies, and would deeply influence the journeys of Blue Lock's central figures. Sae Itoshi's entry would immediately upend the established order. In a program built on individual ambition and raw talent, his seasoned precision would force his peers to reevaluate roles. Established frontrunners and rising stars alike would be compelled to adapt as Sae sets a new benchmark of excellence, creating a dynamic environment where every player must elevate their game. It should come as no surprise that Blue Lock is inherently cutthroat, but Sae's presence would magnify that intensity. His clinical execution and tactical insight not only challenge existing talent, but also forces players to innovate. The pressure intensifies as every error becomes a high-stake risk and every success is measured against a higher standard. This environment drives characters to push their limits, transforming near failures into opportunities for rapid growth. Sae's participation in Blue Lock would give experience and insight that introduces a dual role as both competitor and mentor. His unconventional presence may inspire different players to integrate a more nuanced training regimen that balances raw athleticism with strategic thinking. Yet, this mentorship aspect also stokes internal conflicts as players wrestle with the decision to emulate his methods or remain true to their own instincts. The arrival of Sae Itoshi would prompt Ego Jinpachi and his coaching team to experiment with new formations that blend individual brilliance with coordinated teamwork. Traditionally, Blue Lock emphasizes solitary talent in ego battles, but Sae's influence might foster a more sophisticated, cerebral approach. His abilities to read the field and anticipate opponents could lead to strategies that exploit defensive weaknesses in unexpected ways. With his approach to offense, the program's long-held philosophy of isolating talent in pursuit of singular, iconic striker might evolve. The training might shift towards emphasizing situational awareness, rapid decision-making, and coordinated play. This would not only benefit Sae's integration, but also encourage other players to develop a broader, more adaptable skill set. Opposing teams would be forced to adjust their defenses when confronting a unit led by Sae. His spatial awareness and innovative tactics would compel adversaries to rethink traditional counter strategies, thereby pushing Blue Lock's internal strategies to evolve continuously. The entire competitive landscape would become a constantly shifting chessboard of moves and counter moves. Or, in the very rare chance, he just becomes a striker again because it's Blue Lock, and that's kind of the whole premise of it, but I mean, I don't know. Anyways, in terms of long-term narrative consequences, the presence of a player like Sae has the potential to redefine personal rivalries and alliances within Blue Lock. His rivalry with key figures, most notably Yoichi Isagi and Ren Itoshi, would evolve from simple contests of raw power into multifaceted battles of wit, strategy, and personal growth. For instance, Isagi would be forced to reconcile his raw instinct with Sae's refined approach, propelling him towards a more mature, balanced style of play. And considering they're basically one and the same, that could be a deadly duo. Wink wink, hint hint, that shit's happening regardless, so fuck yeah. And as for Ren, I don't think very much would change with that. They'd still be beefing with each other. Well, technically just Ren. I don't know what the hell his problem is. It's fucking weird. Like, homie doesn't even have an issue with you. Why are you so mad? Heaven forbid a motherfucker just wants to change what he wants to do, right? Has dreams and aspirations for other things. Bro, do your own shit. Damn. Anyway, Sae's integration would spark internal debate on the nature of success in the program, as well as the philosophical shifts within Blue Lock. The long-standing belief that the ultimate striker must be forged through extreme individualism would be challenged by the benefits of collective strategy and mentorship. This tension would likely lead to a redefinition of what it means to be the best, ultimately pushing the entire program to consider a more holistic view of talent that values both individual brilliance and tactical synergy. Again, why wouldn't the motherfucker just want to become a striker again? I mean, he was at one point. I don't know, changing the entire program for one player? You gotta be fucking kidding me. With Sae being a part of Blue Lock, it would redefine what success and failure truly is. The metrics for success within Blue Lock would undergo a transformation. Instead of simply focusing on goal-scoring statistics or individual accolades, the program might begin to value leadership, adaptability, and strategic innovation. Sae's presence would redefine failure as much as success, setting new standards for overcoming adversity through a blend of instinct and intellect. As the tactical landscape of Blue Lock transforms due to Sae's presence, so do the personal journeys of Blue Lock's key characters. And in this case, it's Isagi Yoichi, whose growth has been fueled by learning to trust his raw instincts. The stark contrast between his intuitive play and Sae's refined techniques sparks a dynamic rivalry that accelerates Isagi's development. This rivalry becomes a crucible for growth, pushing Isagi to blend his natural talent with newfound strategic sophistication while grappling with the desire to forge his own identity. And just like with Isagi getting affected by Sae's appearance, so does his brother, Rin Itoshi. Confronted by Sae's cerebral approach, Rin is forced to reevaluate his own methods and motivations. Whether he decides to do so is completely up to him. Knowing the hate and disdain he has for his brother, will he go in a different direction or stay how he is? We see that clearly in the U20 game, so the possibility of that still happening while Sae is in Blue Lock is still very prevalent. What begins as a head-to-head rivalry evolves into a multi-dimensional battle of wits and willpower, one that compels Rin to overcome his limitations and further refine his game. This internal and external confrontation drives him towards a deeper understanding of what it truly means to be a perfect striker. But that same influence also extends to other supporting players like Bachira and Bado. Known for their creative flair and individual brilliance, they are now encouraged to temper their spontaneity with strategic planning. Sae's methodical approach serves as both a challenge and an inspiration, prompting these players to integrate tactical discipline into their improvisation skills. The gradual shift not only enhances their personal growth, but also fosters a more cohesive and versatile team dynamic. Overall, Sae Itoshi's integration into Blue Lock sets off a chain reaction that transforms the program from the inside out. The recalibration of team hierarchies and the evolution of tactical strategies creates an environment where every player is pushed to transcend their limits. More importantly, the interwoven narratives of rivalry, mentorship, and personal evolution give rise to a richer, more complex story. In this reimagined version of Blue Lock, success is no longer measured solely by individual accolades or goal-scoring records. Instead, it becomes a testament to a player's ability to adapt, lead, and transform pressure into opportunity. Sae's arrival compels every member of the team, from Isagi's raw potential to Ren's battle-hardened resolve, and even the creative brilliance of Bachira and Bado, to rethink what it means to be extraordinary. The stakes are higher, the rivalries deeper, and the story more intoxicatingly unpredictable than ever before. But I want to hear from you. If Sae were to join Blue Lock, how do you think Blue Lock would change? Would it better the players, or would it actually hinder them? Let me know in the comments below, and I will see you in the next one.
See you later, egoists!